Hey everyone, day 4 of the Speedrun Chess.com account to hopefully 2400. Today, I'll be playing a couple games recommended by you guys. I'm going to play the Italian, going to play more Philidor, going to play some Scotch games, just to show you guys, especially at this level over here, probably around under 1700, 1800. Doesn't matter really what opening you play, as long as you know the principles, as long as you know what you're doing, you're going to do fine. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, hopefully today we don't have like infinite white games again. But then again, we had a couple suggestions from a couple of people to play some different openings, so well, let's do it. Alright, so my opponent's playing one of these systems in which they get double fianchettoed bishops. I'm just going to gain lots of space in the center if my opponent's just going to give it to me. I like these type of structures in which I have like something like this. I think they're very strong because I get a lot of space. And if I get a lot of space, I'm very happy. I can play something like knight here, force something like e3. This is going to be very annoying for my opponent over here. Here, then play like knight there. You know, that's kind of funny. Let's play here and then play knight here if he plays d3. Looks very funny. Is it good? Probably not, but we make do with what we have. In fact, if our opponent plays queen d2, we could play something like here and then just plop a knight over here. Alright, my opponent just let me take here, so I guess I'll take that. Question is, do I want to take the rook or the bishop? One thing I want you guys to understand is, you know, sometimes the material isn't what matters, right? Like this rook, this bishop's doing a lot more, but you know what? At this level, just gain material. No need to play some complicated chess. Need to be scared of my opponent trying to scam me by checkmating me over here. Opponent's just giving me free pieces now, it seems. Guess I'll take them. They say there's no such thing as a free lunch, but I think I just got one right there, so. Alright. This one should be a freebie win. Opponent kind of self-destructed at some point. Don't know what happened. Opponent's going to play queen here. It's his last-ditch effort. And something that's important to know is when your opponent really has no good way to win, it's very important for you to realize, like, think about your opponent's win conditions and just play against those. If you do that, you'll see yourself win so many times because they'll be very desperate, like here, right? He's going to try to checkmate me. So I think to myself, what's the only way I can lose? It's by this checkmate on g7. So I just avoid it. My opponent scammed himself. He got into a skewer over here. His knight's also hanging. He has to take here, but after I take here, he might as well just resign because he has no more win condition other than maybe back rank checkmate. But as long as my rooks stay back here, I will be fine. Let's see if my opponent's going to stall. Nope. Free piece over here. Let's try not to lose my queen. Alright, he loses his queen. It's pretty good for me. And power of the light squares over here. Let's check him over here. Let's get the rook for free. Why trade my powerful bishop for the rook? Just get it for free. Alright, 17 wins now. Not bad, not bad. A lot of people just blunder. Alright, let's play an Italian game. Guess not. Let's just gain as much space as possible. My opponent's giving it to me. I'll be taking it. Do I want to push here? No, let's just push here. I mean, he's trying to push d5, so let's just say no. Alright, free queen. A lot of people just giving free queens nowadays. I don't know. Some of my 1000 rated opponents have been very tough, but some of them have been like this. Very, very confusing sometimes. Oof, this pawn structure is pretty bad. Let's just play bishop d3. If he wants to take this pawn, he can take it. I don't really care. I am up a queen, so all I want to do is trade pieces and have a good time. Let's play rook here. No need to take, because to take is a mistake, gets his position better. You see? He takes here, so now my position is better. No, I was going to play here, then I realized I blundered a piece, so probably not the best idea. Let's play a3, just so this rook isn't very powerful. He gives me a free piece over here. I'll take it. Keep taking free pieces. And this knight is now quarantined like us, right? He can't actually go many good squares. He's forced to go there, not a very good square. Alright, so I guess we can come here now. Or where do I want to go? You know what? Let's just retreat. No, can't go there. Let's move here just to keep control of the light squares. Have some pretty weak light squares, and he has a very strong dark square bishop. Right, let's move this guy all the way back here. If he plays rook here, I'll just take him. I am up material, and as I like to say, when up material, well, trade off pieces. Alright, so my opponent might think he just did a good move, but the problem with this is he traded a rook and a knight for rook. So according to my calculations, maybe not the best idea here. Maybe not the best idea. Alright, so how do I trade off pieces here? Let's move this knight over here. Let's just try to get closer to his king. You know what? I could just try to promote this pawn, and then he'll have to sacrifice his rook. Again, I could get back rank checkmated. That's my opponent's only win condition other than me blundering like a queen. So I'm just going to play a move like pawn g3 just to make sure I don't fall for any silly tricks. Now I can play here though. This is a nice tactic, basically wins the rook. Because if my opponent plays here, he actually just gets checkmated. And if he takes here, well, I take his rook for free. And then I don't even have to be scared of back rank checkmates anymore. Alright, let's see my opponent. Let's see what he does. Alright. Alright, I guess we just push this pawn to victory. And we won another one. Alright, let's do it. Alright, Philidor? Yes, Philidor. A lot of you guys like my Philidor content. It's probably because not many people actually play this at the highest level, but I really do enjoy this opening. It's one I played against many FIDE masters, some international masters. I haven't played a grandmaster with this opening yet. Who knows how well it'll do. Alright, so this idea usually isn't very good because I get to just control, I get a new weakness for me to attack. I mean, look at his pieces over here. Do they look happy? Not really. And now I get a strong center for me to use as well to win. So let's just castle. I can play knight b6, try for something like this maybe in the future. Do I want to do it now? No, let's play rook b8, just pressure b2 so his bishop can't come out, otherwise I win the pawn. Though then again, if his bishop moves out, it doesn't matter. Play that. Do I play knight b6 now? Knight b6, bishop b7, d5. Should I just play bishop b7 now? You know what, let's just do this. Rook here, bishop f8, go for my catapult strat. Now if I play rook e8 though, he can play here, which is kind of annoying to be honest. Can I play d5? No, I cannot. Let's play knight b6. Chase the bishop back here. And then I can play rook here, bishop f8. Because now the bishop's no longer targeting f7, and we're having a good time. Let's see what our opponent's going to do. Bishop b2 makes a lot of sense. Huh, it's weird. He opened his dark squares over here only to let me... Huh, that's weird. Huh. Now this is a weird move too. Guess I'll take it and just say, you know what? If you're going to create weaknesses in your position, I'll take advantage of the weaknesses in your position. I mean, my plan's just going to be to attack this pawn now. If you play c4, then this is also another weakness. It's creating a lot of weaknesses. Alright, so this is just a free pawn now. Can I just capture it without any repercussions? I mean, if I take here, he can take down here. Definitely this pawn is worse than his this pawn, so... Alright, now we just move back here. Now we can take here, actually, but am I being too greedy by taking so many pawns? That's the real question. Whatever, let's take it. And then we can play c5 and let my... Oh, I mean, if he wants to trade pieces, I'm down to trade pieces. Alright, let's play d5. Now we have our amazing center, and we can threaten pawn e4. Or just take the free rook that our opponent gives us. Alright, and now we just move back. And again, be scared of back rank checkmate, so I'm going to create an opening after I win the piece here. Alright, let's just take that. He'll take here. I take back. He takes there. And we play h6, just saying no more back rank checkmate, so how are you going to win this game? It's simple, really. Chess is really simple. You just win material, especially at this level. People just blunder it right away, and you can just take it. And then promote a pawn, as you guys see over here. Just going to promote my pawn. Just going to promote my pawn. What's my opponent going to do? Nothing, really. Just going to slowly push my pawn up. Just play here, attack that bishop. Maybe move my knight over here. You know what? put a rook on the 7th. Pretty good. Look at all my pieces doing a lot of useful stuff here. Now we check over here. Maybe do a discovered attack if he comes over here. He does not go over there. And the question is, what do I want to do? Do I just capture here? I mean, just capture there and just like play rook check or something, right? Just win that rook. Looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty good. And now we're attacking that bishop. What is our opponent going to do? He is going to resign. That's what he's going to do. Alright, finally somebody that's relatively the same rating as me. Another Philidor game. This doesn't seem very good for my opponent. Let's just play here, attack that pawn. Do we just play e5? Or do we play knight here? Let's play the knight there. Then play e5. This looks like a king's gambit, really. Usually playing f5 so early is really bad because I can get d5 in the center very quickly. And here, can I play b5 and then he sacks here, king takes, knight here, knight there. Is that annoying? No, not really. Let's play b5. And then b4, what if he plays knight here now? Now that might be an issue for me. Need to calculate. So yeah, I have to play bishop e7 first. So he cannot just play knight g5 and just win the game. I can castle here. I have this threat, which is b4, attack the knight, and to win the pawn. This is a very common idea in the Philidor. Attack knight, win pawn. Attack knight, win pawn. I attack the knight, and I won the pawn. Very simple. I even have something very funny queen b6 ideas here. Queen b6, threatening some maybe smothered mates. No, it doesn't actually threaten a smothered mate, but it just wins the knight. Okay, so my opponent says he doesn't want any of this. Do I just castle here? I think I do. But is castling even safe for my king here? We're asking the real questions here. Or do I want to play pawn c5? Pawn c5 looks very dangerous for my opponent here. Because I'm threatening to win the pawn. And he cannot capture me here, and he cannot capture me here because like c4 check ideas. This looks pretty good. Now, one thing I need to be scared about is my king safety again. King safety is a little bit of an issue. Alright. Alright, my opponent did a good move here. Didn't expect him to find this move, to be honest. Yeah, it just makes a lot of sense, that move. Alright, now we just castle. Make sure king is safe. Yeah, this move was actually good, c3. Just defending his pawn structure. But now we also have this very long diagonal for us to take advantage of. Alright, so our opponent does this. We'll just capture, ruin the pawn structure over here. Bishop a6, attack that rook over there. Ask that rook what it wants to do. Let's capture here. Now we play here, the pawn is pinned, and we're attacking it a couple times. Bishop e3 makes a lot of sense for my opponent, but then I can maybe play e4. Attack that knight. And then have complete control of the light squares over here. What's my opponent going to do? He plays h6. Now we can't play there. We're going to play bishop over here. Though I have to be scared of maybe queen h5, but then I have this. Then he's attacking two pieces at the same time. It's actually quite dangerous, really. So I need to be scared about that. Make sure none of these funny shenanigans can happen. In fact, I probably allowed too much to happen already. Not good. If I play here, again, that's a threat. So let's think. Did I cause too many problems? Or do I just have to capture here? Capturing there is not really that good for me, but you gotta do what you gotta do, am I right? That knight was a little bit too strong. Alright, now gotta play here, running this over here. And then once I win this pawn's a very important pawn because now my knight can be good. Because right now the knight's not very happy over here. Can't go too many good squares. But once this pawn is gone, I have an outpost on e5 for me to use. Yeah, I shouldn't have allowed knight g5, but I did. So that's my fault. My fault. Completely. We win that. He's probably trying to go bishop c2. Oh, I just played knight e5, and then this is a very strong knight. This bishop's now out of the game. It's not really doing much over here. Which means, again, I have advantage. Adding on to the, pawns in the center over here, which are very good. Does my opponent have any checkmating ideas here? Doesn't seem to be the case, so let's just kick that queen away, tell it to go away. He wasn't threatening this. He's just trying to get his queen to attack me. I'm just going to say no to him. Queen takes g7. Amazing move. Did not fall for it. Do I play queen here with the idea of knight check over here? Does that even threaten anything? That's the real question, though. Oh wait, my time is low. I have to play fast. Knight check ideas. Alright, I'll take the free piece. And my opponent loses on time. Alright, that was a close one, actually. Alright, that's hopefully I can play an Italian or Scotch game now. Hopefully, okay. So let's do an Italian game first. We'll do an Italian game, and next game, if I can play white again, I'll play another Scotch. What is this h6 move? Too many people are scared of knight g5, but knight g5 is terrible. Alright, I'm just going to play pawn c3 and take over the center. My opponent's not going to fight for it. Now, do I just play d4 in this position? No. Do I just castle, or do I just play queen e2? Let's play queen e2. Defend the e4 pawn, threaten d4. If he plays bishop c5, I play b4, b5, win the pawn. As you guys know, in the Philidor, that's a common idea. Now, my opponent let me do this, so I'll take it. I like the center. It's threatening my pawn over here. A little bit annoying, if I do say so myself. Now the question is, how do I defend it? Here it doesn't work. Do I just play queen d3, queen d1? Actually, an annoying move my opponent just made. Or just push? No, push is not good. Or maybe push is good. No, it's not. Hiya. How did I get myself into this situation? Let's just play queen here. Queen there. If he takes, I take back here and I have a strong center. Alright, now I guess I play here, threatening f7 and the knight, so I guess we do that. My opponent bit off a little bit more than he could chew here. Probably d5 is probably best for him, then I capture it. Ooh, my opponent just let me take on f7. He didn't play pawn d5. Interesting. Interesting. Do I play h3, trying to basically scam them? Basically saying, you know what? In a real game, I probably wouldn't do h3 without more calculations, but the idea of this was the very scammy queen e6 checkmate, right? And so, my opponent blundered, and we finally broke the 1200 barrier. Alright, today we had actually a lot easier games than when I was at 1000. Who knows? Maybe people at 1000 will speedrun this as well. And I had to just beat a couple speedrunners before I got to play the actual 1200s. I don't know why people are playing C3, F3, B3, G3 openings. If you're under 1800 or something, or if you're just still learning, just play simple openings like I am. Just take control of the center. If your opponent's not going to take it. So, just take it and try to hold on to it. Now, either my opponent's thinking very hard after d5, never seen before move in this opening, or he's lagging. Let's go with the latter. Alright, if you give me the center, I'll take the center. I really do like center. Do I play c5, but then he can play d4, and that's kind of annoying. Let's just play knight here. Just go for this setup over here. If I play e5, I don't know, e5 doesn't look very good. Let's just play here. Just capture back over here. And then we're playing like some reverse Sicilian thing over here. c6, defend my pawn. h6. b3 is a weird move. Is he playing c4? Is that his idea? Don't think that's a very good idea. Alright, taking here is probably not a good idea for him either. Alright, this is probably not a good idea for him either. His dark squares. You'd never want to trade off that bishop over there because there are some dark square weaknesses. Now I have some urge to do some sacrifice, but unfortunately it does not work. Or does it after bishop takes here, knight check? Now that tactic does seem to work. But the question is, do I want to do it? And the answer is no, because why complicate the position when I can just win a pawn over here? I like the pawn. And just attack that knight. Now, does my opponent have any checks? No. So then we just win the knight over here. Now we play... Ooh. We just play this. Yeah, we take here. And then we take with the bishop because then his rook's hanging. So he has to capture with the king. And I don't know about you, but I'm not one to really like my queen being out in the center like this. Now, I could play here as a tactic, but I could also take here, just so that king can never be happy again. Now, let's take here. Let's ruin his king safety. Still throwing in moves like this. We just play bishop here with the idea of like rook check. I'm going to castle kingside. Kingside's a lot safer because there's open files for my opponent to attack me here, so I don't want to do that. Alright, so let's play rook d8, just gain that file. Maybe we can win this e2 pawn. Let's win the e2 pawn. Oh, we don't win that. It's probably a checkmate here. In fact, that is a checkmate right there. Alright, let's get in one more game, and hopefully we can play a Scotch game, as somebody wanted. In last week's video, unfortunately, no, my opponent played the pawn c5 Sicilian. Ooh, this is actually a rare variation of the Sicilian. Queen a5? No, just give me the center, alright. d5? No, I guess he just gives me the center still. I'll take it. I mean, sure. Don't let him play his own d5 move. My opponent wanted to play d5 with that e6 move. Now, what is this? Does that piece look very happy to you guys? I don't know about you, but it doesn't look very happy to me. Bishop d3, this castle. Like, what is my opponent doing over here? I don't see the idea here. Okay, he's trying to play here. Question is, can I just check him and play bishop g5 and just gain so many tempos against my opponent? If he plays knight here, I just capture it. And now, oh god. Oh gosh. There are some issues with his position over here. I'm just going to say that. Now, if I was Paul Morphy, I would take here. You know what? Let's have an exciting game for once instead of my boring positional chess. Let's play some Paul Morphy style chess over here. Hopefully it works out. As you guys might not know, I'm not the best at playing aggressive chess. Though I suppose many of you guys could probably tell at this point based off my gameplay. So hopefully this pans out. Who knows? Maybe this is going to be my first loss. I mean, it's not even that bad, right? His king's in the center. I get my pawn back over here. There are some dark square weaknesses my opponent has. I want to play here. Actually, I do want to play this. But the idea is a bishop h6 check. And then queen e6 check. That move makes a lot of sense. Let's check my opponent over here. These pieces are not the happiest campers over there. Ooh. No. Oh, wait. That's a free knight, though. Is it? Looks like a free knight. Looks like a pin to me. Classic pin. One thing I know I need to improve on myself is basically my ability to checkmate my opponents basically and go for aggressive chess. Like I'm not very good at all this aggressive chess stuff, so let's play bishop g5. And I'm very spooked about this, but my opponent's king is just pinned, so here I have a couple threats. I can take this, but my main threat is rook takes e7. My opponent has to play something like knight f8. Yep, knight f8, but the thing is, can I just take here now? I guess I do. I mean, need to be careful. Need to be careful indeed. And here, I can play bishop g6 check. Or do I really want to though? Let's play h4 actually. Just promote a pawn right in my opponent's face here. My opponent's king is escaping. Sack again. There really is no need. Let's just play f4, defend that. Whew. Well, now I'm the one-up material, up 3 points, which is pretty good if I do say so myself. Let's play h4. Let's just promote my pawn, I guess. My king's a little bit unsafe, but it's not like these pieces are participating in the fight over here. Yeah, I guess we just keep pushing. Push, push, push. Push to victory. Pawn could sack, now that I think about it. It's a little bit spooky for my king. Okay, now the sack doesn't seem to be very good because I take his queen. And now I guess I can just take this. I mean, that looks like a free piece to me. Free pieces are good pieces. Well, not for your opponent, who's giving free pieces. It's good for me. Alright, now he is in what I call self-destruct mode. And we won. Alright, we actually increased quite a bit of rating today. We increased actually a lot of rating today. And a lot of it is due to my opponents just blundering pieces, and we're going to soon see people stop doing that, and then soon it's going to have to be back to a positional chess, winning a pawn, winning 2 pawns, and then promoting a pawn and winning the game. This game over here is a little bit exciting though, because I did sack a piece very early on. The reason why I knew I was able to do that was because, well, my opponent's king is so in the center, right? He's so not developed, so I thought to myself, well, if there was any time for me to be aggressive, it would be here. And so my opponent lost, just like this. So hopefully you guys learned something in today's video. If you guys did, I urge you guys to check out my other videos in the speedrun, starting with that one over there. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you guys have any questions for me, well, ask in the comments below. See ya!